it's time to tune into the light inside of tune in. Hope everyone is feeling amazing. We're going to try to shine some consciousness before this Wi-Fi taps out or my energy takes over the phone and it doesn't allow me to communicate, because I start to, I get excited. So I'm going to try to stay calm, because when my energy rises, this phone starts to act up a bit. So today's topic: your body is a vessel. Food is energy. Energy is information. Information is consciousness. Now, if you can put that together, you can see why understanding the energies that you consume in all forms, that you allow your vessel to absorb and to assimilate and to store inside you, is the character, it's the experience that you will express as. You see? The words that you've let into you, the thoughts, the emotions, the food that you've let into you in the form of energy is information that is stored into your memory banks, stored into the muscle memory, into your dreams, into your reality. Your body is just a vessel, and you are not your own. Everything that you think is you is just the illusion of what you have allowed to school your thoughts, to school your emotions. You see, like a school of fish is a path. It's a one absorption. You see, it's a one way that you've let take over your mentality, your emotions, and your actions that bring you out of the natural cycles and seasons of the one true light, of the one true nature within us all, that tells us to grow and expand and to love all things of life, you see, and to love the body, to build the body, to walk the body, to take care of the body, to stretch the body, to exercise the body, to nourish it, because you've been given a gift, a vessel, and your job is to realize that the body is a plant. It is a seed, and you're here to nourish it, to water it, you see, so that it can flower out into life. You were given a body so that it can flower out onto the earth and be a new expression. And just like all trees cause other things and nourish other things so that they may grow and evolve and expand with the one eternal rising as well. Food is consciousness, because food is energy, and you need this energy. You use this consciousness to power up that iron, to power up that calcium, to keep your bones in alignment, you see, to send that copper up to the brain, to send that carbon through every cell. You see that the heart can keep beating. You use the energies of life more than anything that you know of. And humanity's ungratefulness is why we've been forced to put on a mask from the universal settings of life. It's the universal settings when things get done too, where people just can't say. We just got to kind of do it when we walk in the stores because we got to deal with it. You see, it's a universal setting. You see, making humans put on the mask until they truly reveal the beings that we placed, that we planted here as star seeds to grow and to flower into life. You see? So when you understand that your body's a vessel and that everything you take in, you have to decide what you're going to choose, what people, what shows, what entertainment, what energies, everything you hear. You have to choose in a more intelligent manner of what you're going to allow to be stored onto your device, because it's just a vessel. And wherever you plant yourself, you're going to automatically start picking up on energies, you see? And this is why you'll get uncomfortable. In some places, you just won't go and you won't sit around too long, because your vessel is not resonating with the energies being absorbed there. You see, the same way when somebody can make the same meal because the same energy, the same vibration, the same consciousness wasn't put into those chickpeas. The same consciousness wasn't put into that salad. The same heart wasn't put into those same ingredients. You see? So food is energy and it's consciousness, and it can be shared and exchanged and absorbed and assimilated by us all. And when we take in the wrong energies, we start to see ourselves expressed as those energies that we did not resonate with. You see, this is why the most common statement is when people grow for the better or worse, people will say that you've changed. That's because your body is a vessel. You see, the only thing that is consistent is your change. You see, your exchange with life. And as your exchange changes with life, there will be changes made to your character. And people will say, that's a different you, for the better or worse. For some people, the better you, they're going to love the better you. But some people are going to feel the better you is worse for them because they're not allowed to do the things that they used to do to you. They're not allowed to pick on you no more. They're not allowed to be around you with their toxic thoughts and their toxic emotions, putting their baggage on you. They're not allowed to do certain things, you see. And this is what it means to love from a distance. It doesn't mean that you don't love your friends, you don't love your family, it just means that when you truly, you see, when your family, when you've lost, like me, you've lost a granddad from cancer, a grandma from cancer, your mother has breathing problems. I've been losing teeth 16. I lost the organs at 16, 17. Lost a daughter. You see, when you've been forced to find the extremities and go extreme, you don't really, you see, you are now unaffected by everything, what everybody else is reading, watching. You see, if you watch what everybody else is watching, if you read what everybody else is reading, you're only going to think what everybody else is thinking because everyone is watching the same thing. Everyone's reading the same thing. You see, but when you go out into life, you see, any being that submits themselves to nature, it's a separate journey outside of books. It's a separate journey. It's a computer, the one supercomputer of life, where all and all their ingredients came from. You see, I'm out here at the roots, at the ingredients to the devices, at the ingredients to the letters, at the ingredients to the numbers, at the ingredients to the atoms, the vibrations, the energies, the frequencies, the space, the time, the matter, the masculine, the feminine, the neutral. You see, the yin, the yang, the balance. I'm out here with it, and I'm letting it take over the vessel. And it feels good. It feels better when I'm more not my own than when I have my own will and way. Like, I want to go do this, I want to do that. You see, I'm able to interact it sometimes. But it feels good to be able to let it flow. Like, you see, I'm finding a new way to fast. And it's not like I'm on a liquid fast now, but I'm not drinking any liquids. You see, that's the trick. I've been found a new way to dry fast. I only eat my water. Drink. This is like the second, third day I'm doing. I'm not going to drink anything. You see? And it's been a way that every time I stop eating, I automatically enter a dry fasted breatharian state. You see, so whenever I finish my watermelon, I'm back to breatharian. Whenever I finish my papaya, I'm back to breatharian. You see? So as long as I don't drink anything, I can end up accumulating about, 10 to 12 hours a day of dry fasting. You see, plus my nightly sleep. And still eat. And still consume energy. And it's been a new way to let my body experience new levels of the frequency of the one. And today I feel great. So things are going well. And I'm at my fields. It might tap out here. I just want to shine a little bit of light. And I know how it goes, so I'm going to try to respect the energy. I hope everyone has been loving on themselves better. Staying hydrated. I appreciate everyone that supports and invests into the things that I do. Invest into me rising, into me healing myself, into me becoming one of the best healers, one of the best martial artists, one of the best yogis, one of the best instructors that are going to be able to guide and truly heal and give people what they need, because I've been doing every type of fasting. I've been doing every type of breath work. I've been doing every type of everything that I can do because I have needed the healing and I have fought for mine. And it really matters to me for those who do support me, those who do do reach out and do use the energy that they collect and that they exchange in Babylon, or the higher tech system. This is what we mean when we say Babylon, just a higher tech system. It doesn't mean it's somewhere where you can't go. It's just a higher tech system, somewhere where you cannot connect to nature more. You see, you can connect anywhere, but obviously when there's more papaya trees, more berry trees, more of the things in their natural state, when there's more fields, when there's an available beach you can go to all day without nobody watching you, you can go get in the rivers naked, you can go up the mountain. When everything's always available, you see, how about it all be available? How about it be a place for technology? And then, you see, it should be everywhere where it's a whole bunch of nature, then it's like a little area for like experience, you see, for fun, for inventions. But this is needed more than anything. Let me see if I can show y'all for this phone tap out. Good old natural life. And tranquility and peace and quiet. Not a whole bunch of cars running around, not a whole bunch of smog, very pure air in between the cloud forest and the ocean right here with a river like on both sides. It's like literally like I'm in between two rivers. There's a cloud forest up here. About 3 rivers come down this mountain. All right. And that's just on this one street that goes all the way into town. So it's really ain't no telling how many rivers really come down the mountain, but just on this one street. This river is called Mango River, where it's over probably about a million mango trees all the way up to the mountain, all the way down with just mango trees. It's called Mango River. And then you have the beach right here behind us, and all of it is like everything is like a 20-minute walk, 30-minute walk from each other. You see every direction. So it's this was really an amazing place, and Honduras has been really magical. And for those who truly want to heal themselves, who are willing to release the attachments of food, of people, of places, and things that are not quite serving their best good, you see, everyone can serve you, everyone can help you grow, you can learn from everybody. But if you want to grow at a faster rate, if you want to heal at a faster rate, if you want to develop, if you want to transform, if you want to access more of your creativity, more of your manifestation power, more of everything that lies dormant within you, then you see, to go faster, then the more you subtract away, the more they all can fill you with its light. The more you have things anyway, you see, the more doors are already filled and clogged up. It's like, okay, I can only fill you with so much because you got your own stuff in here. That's okay. It's your room. It's your, I gave you a body. I gave you a vessel, whatever. You can do what you want with it. But if you want to open some of the doors for me and release some of your attachments, I can fill you with some more of my light. And then we can see what else we got for you. It's going to be a ride, but we got you. It's up to you. You see, you got to make that choice. You see, it's not easy. The spiritual journey is not easy. In order to see the best parts of myself, I had to see the worst parts of myself. You see, in order to see myself healed, I had to see myself destroyed. You see, this is a part of it because my body was built off acidity. My body was built off toxicity. I was already losing teeth. I was already losing organs, you see, from the lifestyle choices that I unconsciously made, from my mind not being aware of the consciousness, of the conscious actions that I have available to me now, from my new lifestyle choices, you see. And when I'm fully submitted, you can hear me communicate at my highest level. At my highest level of it now, this level increases every day. The more sunlight I get, the more I bathe in the oceans, the more I keep the body clean, the more I fast, and then when I cheat, I backtrack just a little bit, and then I can gain all the energy back. And and that's what it is, just understanding that. That's why it's called a cheat meal, because you're cheating yourself, you're cheating yourselves, and it's okay. It's just understanding what you have to do to get the frequency back, so you're not stuck in this cycle and this season, this circle thing, where you can't figure out why everything is not happening for you, you see. Because you have to be more in alignment, you see. A raw lifestyle or a more conscious, holistic lifestyle is about consuming those things as a lifestyle. Doesn't mean that you're never gonna. You see, there's no such thing as 100% anything, because you don't know how long you're gonna be here. You don't know how many times you're gonna cycle in season. It's about the lifestyle choices. What you have agreed is a lifestyle choice for the light to consume as a basis, as a everyday discipline. And outside of your discipline things happen. You see. But your discipline is to stay focused for the light, to be a bodybuilder for a source, because you were given a body. So what else do you think you're supposed to be building? You see, you are a bodybuilder, a vessel builder, a temple builder for source. This is the bank. This is the energetic currency. And the more currency this body owns, the more currency that you want to see will be expressed for you. You see, a lot of times, I don't have the things that people think I should have, because those are not things I'm supposed to have yet. You see, if I needed those things now, I be having the things that I need now. You see, even when I reach out for donations, whatever comes in is what I need. You see, when I reach out for those offerings and those donations for the consciousness that I shine like right now, that I exchange right now, from absorbing, from cultivating the earth, from cultivating the fire of the sun, from cultivating the breath, from cultivating the oceans, you see, and having people that want to honor and respect one that they can see that's actually doing the disciplines, because it takes work. It takes time away from having to market yourself as a business. It would take too much energy for me to get on the phone every day and have to put my eyes, you see, and take them away from the inside of eye on this device to try outside of already helping the people that I help, try to market it and try to sell myself. You see, this is actually more of a feminine thing to do. The woman that sees a man such as myself, see the feminine who sees the feminine who want that warrior of protection, the feminine who is asking for the warriors. There's so many females asking for the men to rise, for the warriors to rise. We need protectors for our families. But are you supporting the men that are out in the jungles trying to become that warrior? You see, trying to heal themselves, that are truly disciplining themselves, that are truly awakening Tai Chi. You see, do you support a martial artist near you? Do you support a protector near you that is really working in self-defense? You know, the whole martial arts, not just, you know, the physical, but the spiritual, the healing aspect, the nutrition aspect, you see, the holistic mind aspect, you see, because I have an ally inside of I with the most high light of life. And I promise, it just takes a minute. I'm going to rise from the stars, sun, and crystal clear diamond moon. Goku will rise before all eyes, and I am not playing. It just takes so much work. This body has not had what is needed in the first 27 years. I am trying my best to catch up to the heartbeat, to the golden heart, to the soul and the mind. The mind and the soul are far, far ahead of this body, and the body has taken much damage, and we're just trying to restore that part so that the full Goku can express. The unbalanced part of myself has been the body's nourishment and me catching up to the things I'm supposed to have the first 27 years of my life. That kept my bones, they kept my muscles, they kept me behind. And now I'm finally figuring out how to truly nourish my body, and it's starting to express more and more. It just takes a bit of time. And through the 3 years, it's like I say, it's like the kingdom would show me the best parts of my body, and then I could lose it because it was only based off how much energy. I can get so much energy in a day that I can quantum leap almost into a best body. And then the next day, it won't be there because, you see, I haven't held that energy. It's crazy. It's like it's like a superhuman transformation. I swear it's like one day, and one day I can look superhuman, and then the next day it can go away based on how much I've been able to keep the frequency through meditation and breath work and everything. And so I get to see the best parts of myself. And when I cheated with this frequency, with this breath, and because of my new breath work, you see, it allowed me to see the worst parts of myself. And in order to see your fruits, you must be able to reach deep down into your roots, you see. So you must, when you're able, you see, and that's one thing about psychedelics and mushrooms and herbs, they're able to take you to fast in a very empty state, a very hangry state, where you're able to see the worst parts of yourself so that you can clean yourself up at the very core so that now you can have the best fruits. If you don't clean up the worst parts of you, you're never going to see the best parts of you. If you don't reach down into your hell, you're never going to see your heaven. You can see everything in between. You can have the seesaw in between. But when we're talking about the best you have to be willing to clean up the worst parts of yourself. You have to be willing to clean up the damage. And when you're cleaning up that damage, it's not going to always be safe for your, or fair for your family, for your friends, for the ones you truly care about, for your kids to be around you, you see, because you're cleaning up the worst parts of yourself, and you're digging in deep so that you can reach in the roots and grab your healing from the very source of it and bring it up through those roots, through the stems and through the branches and through those leaves, and they're going to finally see it express its fruit. And this is Goku, Elish, Ryu. So love yourself completely at all times. I'm going to go ahead and get to my day. I just want to shine some light and shine the mind, the fire that I have built in the now. I hope it helps. For anyone that wants to support Investor I,
definitely helps this week as they have things more shut down. I can't get into the grocery store to get my grapes every day. It would be great if I can go on a grape fast, but I can't even go get them every day. So when I go, I have to make it very valuable. So whenever I get to town, usually I'm okay with the little energies being sent. But right now, it really helps because I can pick up a lot and I can store a lot, and then I can cook. This is what I do. The energy I get, I go buy the things I need, and that takes taxis and that takes money, and I take full care of my home, and then I cultivate the energy of the food and the consciousness through breath work, through yoga, through sun gazing, through spending time in the sun, through spending time in the land, through walking barefoot, in the land and the ocean. I spend time with all of the elements. I spend time with all of life. I love it. It's really a beautiful thing when you submit. It's really interesting to feel how I felt in the States. Like, how could you be so one with nature? It seems so crazy how you could really be happy with life. And you still could be happy with someone else. But, it's crazy how you can be happy alone and with people. It's crazy that it's all the same energy, that nothing really ever comes or goes. It's because your body's a vessel. It's you sometimes, and sometimes it's not you. It's crazy. It's like people can see it sometimes too. Like, sometimes I can see like the whole most high you. I can see it. It look crazy. They can see the events, and then sometimes it's like, nigga, that's you regular Goku right now. So it happens. It depends on how much of my way. It's like the power is, when it's not yours, it can be taken, and that's the only con. Only con to my power is that well, I guess the more I own it, the more it is mine. So that's a lie. The more I'm able to own it, it becomes mine, and it's just hard to. The higher it goes, it's harder to own, and that's what it is. So I've been able to own most of it, like some of the techniques and most of the breath work. But it's like new breath work that I've experienced, and new martial arts that I've experienced, and new people. I've phased out here. I've been walking and I appeared somewhere else in the same village, and I just had my eyes closed. I was in bliss. I don't know what happened. I ain't asked no questions. I ain't really trying to make people believe. I just whatever. But the things that's happened to me is weird. And this mountain up here, it be phasing in and out. I swear it's a hidden kingdom in this mountain in Honduras. And I believe if you look it up, you probably find it. I ain't even got to look it up. I know if you look up magical hidden kingdom in Honduras, I know you're going to find something because I feel it here. I know if you just research about magical hidden places in Honduras, I know the fuck you're going to find something because I feel it. I don't have to, I'm going to look after I get the phone because I feel it. I feel it so much that I want to do some research on it. I'm going to look at that. I think that it's more magical than we know. This is where the Mayans used to live. There's Mayan ruins here. All the original fruits are here. The land is so rich here. You can drop a seed. It's so much. It's just that when it comes down to the technology, when it comes down to the high tech, when it comes down to industrialization, when it comes down to getting things done as fast as people are getting done because the system is behind, that isn't there. That's what's missing, And it's not that it's a bad thing, There's certain parts of it. That's what we're meant in this world. That's why it's here. Because there's certain part of technology that can help, Certain parts of technology can actually help and assist nature. That's why they was given, the ideas were given to you from the planet. But the misuse of them is why the world is like it is. And so right now we're trying to organize what we have. People think everything is just going to be destroyed. Destruction is creation. So it's more of a destruction creation at once where everything is just kind of reorganizing itself in a better way to serve the all, the one. And that's what's happening. And the more you start to be a bodybuilder, the more you start to be consciously aware. This is what it means to be a higher conscious eater, where you're higher conscious of the energies you consume in all forms. That means that you're conscious of how they affect the mind, the heart, and the body, how they affect your thoughts, emotions, and actions. This is what higher conscious eating is. I am aware. When you're a higher conscious eater, this means that I am aware that the things that I consume in the form of people, places, things, and food affect my mind, heart, and my actions. And that the more I choose, things that are supporting my growth and the things that I want to manifest into life, the more I will see the mind, the heart, and the actions truly start to express. I can help anyone who really wants it. Anyone who's still kind of playing is going to be, it's your game, balls in your court. I'm just going to shine light. You got to choose how you want to follow it. Love yourself completely at all times. It's the golden, chosen, frozen token of the most higher fire, higher ride. Hung with the sun, I'm the one. Golden, trum bum 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 bum. Hell, All right, just want to do a little something, playing around. Love yourself completely.